So I came across this old video I made a few years ago when I was doing rideshare, and I thought it was kind of interesting, so I figured I'd share it with you. Enjoy. Anyway, this is a video about my ultimate rideshare vehicle. Obviously, I'm in Chicago, and this is my vehicle. This is a 2016 Ford Explorer Limited. It's a flex fuel vehicle, so in times of extreme gas prices, I can switch to E85, and that's been saving my ass pretty much for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Anyway, we'll do a quick look around. I want to make this video kind of quick because I, like a lot of people, tend to ramble on. Anyway, we'll start from the front. You notice the British license plate there. I get a lot of questions about that. I am from Indiana. Indiana is a state where you are not required to have a plate on the front of your car, and I find that when doing rideshare, it's helpful for the customers to be able to see your license plate from the front. So they often go to the front and don't see anything, and then they go to the back and they finally see a plate. So this just helps them out a bit, especially at the airport when there's like 7 black SUVs and need to determine which one's yours. So that's just to help out the customer. And the reason it looks like a British plate is because it's cool. Anyway, let's see, there's my trade dressing. Don't know why anybody would care to see that. It looks just like yours. I do drive for both Uber and Lyft, because if you're already sitting in the car, why not? Let's go to the front. That's the interior here. I put in some custom pedals, because every time I come from the car wash, I get some that tire stuff on the bottom of my shoe, and then my shoe was squeaking on the pedals every time I hit the brakes. Sorry about the helicopter. So I got these, and they're not rubber, they're kind of like a metal, so my foot doesn't squeak on them very much. That's kind of embarrassing. It almost sounds like fart noises while I'm driving. Let's get inside here. This is my Odie phone charger. It basically, you just put your phone in here, it clicks into place, and it charges from the back of the phone. You don't have to keep plugging your phone in. I am plugging mine in because for some reason it's not charging fast enough. But I don't think that's the fault of the charger. I think I just have too many things plugged into the same outlet. And speaking of which, normally my phone would be sitting in there, but I'm using that to film this video. I am using a Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. It is about 2.5 years old, but still looks good and still works good. So there you go. There's my dash cam. That is the Vantrue something or another 2 Pro. Pro just means that it has these little infrared sensors, so it can see your passengers in the dark. Personally, I don't know why you'd have a dash cam facing the inside unless you can see in the dark, because that's where bad things happen. I went ahead and stuck my my 9.7-inch iPad Pro to my dashboard, but not for any real good reason. I just wanted to play my Spotify videos on this, not videos, but music on this instead of my phone, just so my phone has one less thing to worry about. But also, I found it really useful. Sometimes I get kids in the back seat, right there, and they're screaming and crying until I put on a cartoon from Hulu, and that shuts them right up. And last time that happened, the guy gave me an $11 tip, so that's cool. And this is sticking inside of the set this down. It's there's a CD player in here. I actually did not notice it until a year after I bought this car. I'm like, what is this little slot for? And apparently you put CDs in there, and I tried it and it played. But I'm not using it for CDs, but it's pretty handy for sticking this I don't even know what the brand of that is. Sorry, it's upside down, but you want to look it up. I chose this one because it gave me the most versatility as far as moving it, resizing it, and I can even adjust this up and down. And so far, I like it. It's the first one I bought, and it's working out pretty well. So I would recommend it. One thing I would not recommend is this little power pod thing here. Let me jump in the back seat, and we'll get more into that. All right, here we are in the back seat. This is the power pod thing. Basically, it's a 3-in-1 phone charger. These little things light up green. Kind of cool at night, I guess. But you've got your lightning cable, your USB-C cable, and your micro USB for your Android. It's kind of handy. These come out, and they're on kind of a ratchet system. It's designed, it's got a thing that's supposed to go in here, and it's designed to go into the back of your headrest. But I found that it sticks out too far. So it's like in the customer's face while they're sitting here. And with those green lights on there, they're kind of glaring. So, and then if somebody sits over there, they can't really reach it. So I wanted it in a more central location that didn't stick out in somebody's face. And so I built this little thing. It's just a leftover bit from my entertainment center that I cut up and stuck in the center console armrest, and I drilled a hole in here, and then stuck in anyway. And so the cord runs in here and through there and then down to here and into the USB port. What I don't like about this is that after 2 weeks of use, the lightning one stopped working. It doesn't ratchet anymore. It doesn't stay put unless it just hangs there, and then you can't get it back in. And their customer service is less than stellar. Told them about the problem, and they asked me to send a video demonstrating the problem, and I did, and then they totally ghosted me. They just stopped responding. So I asked them, did you get the video? I'm still waiting on a response from you, but nothing. So I sent it on to PayPal, and if PayPal can't get a response from them, then they'll just refund my money. Meanwhile, I just can't recommend it. I like the way it looks. I like the way it's supposed to operate, but it is not functioning as advertised, and I feel it's a little too delicate for this line of work. Oh well. Anyway, on the floor, I don't know if you can see it very well. There might be a glare, but it looks like diamond plate. This is just it's a vinyl runner that you can buy at Menards, and then I just cut it to fit the floor here. I only did it temporarily during salt season because, like I said, we're in Chicago and salt gets everywhere. But the customers love it. Everybody's complimenting on it because I also have lights under the seats. You can't see them right now, but it looks really cool at night. As soon as they open the door, they see this and the lights, and they just think, oh, it's a really cool car. So I might actually keep it. Matter of fact, I might do another one, maybe a little bit better. As you can see, I didn't cut it extremely smoothly in places. You got this part sticking out. Like if it was a little bit longer, I could stuff it under here, but it keeps coming out. So that's something I might fix. I'm getting a lot of good reviews on that. Let's take a look at the back. See, another thing we don't have in Indiana, or at least the part of Indiana where I'm from, is a lot of red light cameras. So I wasn't really used to that when I started doing rideshare in Chicago. And I was getting tickets in the mail. Like every month I would get another $100 ticket. So to combat this, I decided that I am just no longer going to turn on red. If the light's red, I'm just not going. And people behind me get a little annoyed by that because they think I should go, and so they honk the horn. So I had my father make this sign for me, because he has a sign shop. Basically lets people know this vehicle does not turn on red. And that has alleviated a lot of the honking. Let's take a look inside here. Now, I will sometimes spend the night in my car, because driving back to Indiana, while it's only an hour, if you consider it's an hour both ways, that's a lot of driving and not getting paid. So I will tend to sleep in my car and just work again the next day. And so I made this little surface here, this thing. It's just a piece of plywood. I found it in the scrap pile at my local home improvement store. And then I cut it to fit in the back. And I think I did a pretty good job on that. and it fits in here quite nicely. And then I just covered it in carpet to make it look like the rest of the car, like it's supposed to be back here, not some crazy piece of plywood. But this lifts up. You can see all my junk. And I just attached this little clip here to hold it up. It's hard to do with one hand, but there you go. And then that holds it up while I go back here and rummage through my stuff. And I got my blankets and pillows and extra hoodie because it's that time of year where you don't really need one, but then suddenly you do. Got a little cooler there and some water. I keep food in this little toolbox, like sandwiches and stuff, to keep it from getting crushed. And there's an air mattress in there and a sleeping bag. And then I would just lay all these seats down. And I've even got little curtains that I put up in the windows at night. And it's quite cozy. So this was just a quick video on my rideshare setup. I didn't want to talk too much about the Explorer itself, but if you have any questions about Ford Explorer and using it for doing rideshare, please put it in the comment section below. Anyway, one more thing I just remembered. When I want to eat lunch in the car, I made this little thing. It's basically just a little plastic shelf from a mini fridge. And then I stuck these little metal things here and just taped them on. And it fits right here in my steering wheel. Just like so. And sits on my belly. And then I can put my food here, and that's how I eat my lunch. So, like, comment, or subscribe. But anyway, have a nice day. I'm gonna probably trade this car in tomorrow, and so I won't be using this system that I built in the back, because the new car has space. The system is designed to give me a little storage area right in here where I can put my things and still have a space right here on top for luggage. These two panels here basically protect the back of the third row seats. And so the car usually sits like this, and I can put luggage back here. But in the event there are multiple people, or a lot of people, like for XL, I've set it up so all I have to do is hit this button here, like normal, and then that just sort of moves on its own. And I can push this down a little bit. There we go. And then you just reach back here and lift these headrests up. And I don't know if that's too dark to see, but and then it just sits like that. And you have people back there. And whenever I'm ready to put it back, I'll just hit this button here. Those two things fold in. Usually I'll throw that up there like that. And then it's folded back in place. So I just wanted to make this video because I'll probably never see this setup again, and I won't remember what it looked like or how it worked. But there you have it.